Good morning, room 2. Today is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. And oh my goodness, we only have a week and a half left of school. We're continuing with Bird Study Week. I hope you've been observing all the birds that are in your neighborhood and outside your window. And I really hope that you have been studying the beaks and the feet, looking closely and trying to figure out, why do some birds have webbed feet and why do some birds have really sharp talons? I want you to be thinking a lot about the types of beaks. Why would some birds have a really long, sharp beak and some birds would have a really short beak? What do they eat? If you watch some of those videos, you may have learned. There's some pretty great videos teaching us about different birds and their beaks. Today, you're going to be focusing on feathers. So I just drew a little picture here. Not the best drawing, but these are different kinds of feathers that you'll find on a bird, just some of them. Please pay close attention to those videos as they teach you about birds and why they have the feathers that they have. Now, I was out on a walk with Luella and we found this feather and we cleaned it up. We washed it pretty carefully. This is feather, and we believe it's from a Canada goose down by Lake Merritt. And we washed it pretty well, took good care of it. And it's it has a quill. See, this is the center of the feather that goes all the way to the end. It becomes very, very thin at the end, and it's thicker where it connects to the bird itself. And then it's very thin on the top. You can see that, but the bottom is much larger. It's not the same on the top and the bottom. I wonder why. What part of the bird do you think this feather came from? I also have this. This is a dream catcher that Luella and I made a long time ago together. A long time ago. But these feathers we found up by the little farm in Tilden Park. And look at this feather. Compared to this one, they're both pretty long. This one has a lot on both sides. This one only has a little bit. See what's different and what's the same about these feathers? Oh. This came from a red-tailed hawk. We actually saw the feathers fall out of the bird while the bird was flying around us. It was amazing. And this feather is similar to this one. It's really narrow on this side, but much larger on this other side. These two feathers came from the same hawk. Can you believe that? So one bird with two different kinds of feathers. And if you ever walk around Lake Merritt, you'll actually notice many more kinds of feathers. There are really soft, small, fluffy feathers that you'll see. They call those down feathers. And those help keep the bird nice and warm. Do you think these kinds of feathers will help the bird fly? Why not? They're so soft, so fluffy. Look at some of those videos and you'll be able to see some other types of feathers too. Some feathers help a bird move in the right direction, kind of like an airplane, but not the wings, the tail. Those tail feathers. And then what about those birds that have really colorful feathers on their heads? Why? Why don't they all look the same? That's what I want you to think about today. Discuss, explain, talk, draw, write, all about bird feathers today. You're going to be putting it all together. You're going to be putting beaks, feet, feathers, body shape, habitat, all of these things you're going to put together, because on Friday, you're going to get to discover your own bird from your imagination. But it has to make sense. If you give your bird webbed feet, where should it be living? By the water. Birds from the water have webbed feet. Why? To help them swim. Yeah, just like when you're in a pool, you put your hands together and you push the water out like this. You're trying to make a web like a paddle. If you open up your fingers, all that water just goes right through your hands and it's harder to swim. Good thing those birds have webbed feet, all right? And I hope they've got a lot of down feathers too to keep them warm. So here's our routine. For Tuesday, let me get that right. Tuesday, Wednesday, May 20th, for word study, continue practicing your sight words and your word families. For writing, continue your last how-to book ever. You need to add tips, warnings, labels, and details. One sec, please, Lola. I'm almost done, sweetie. For reading, you're going to do Raz Kids and Freckles. And for math today, I need you to write 5 subtraction stories and solve them. Use teen numbers. Maybe it can be about feathers. Down by Lake Merritt, I saw 15 Canada geese feathers. And then a big gust of wind blew. 7 of them flew away. How many are left? That's one. One question done. You need to do 5 stories with subtraction. And then have someone in your family try to solve them. All right? I just gave you an example. 15 feathers, 7 blew away. How many were left? How many were left? That's subtraction language. All right, that's what you're going to work on today. Amazing bird feathers. Look at that. Red-tailed hawk, Canada goose. It's just so amazing. And this is Oakland. These are our community birds doing their thing. All right, I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday today. Keep up the great work. And I will actually be going to the classroom today, and I'm going to be cleaning out some desks. And I'm going to be putting together some bags with your stuff in it. And I will let you know how to come and get it. But my job today and Thursday and Friday will be at school emptying out the desks. I'm going to keep doing that. All right. Have a great day, everybody, and I will send you a video tomorrow.